is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and Kat and I are actually going to be doing a small mini-series for Detective Season 1, which has been highly advertised on Instagram from Portal Games.
Has it?
Yeah, that's all I've been seeing. But yeah, so this is I guess it's one of those, it's like a mini-series, and kind of like an introduction into regular detective, from what I understand.
Oh, okay, I see.
So, there's 3 cases. The first one is called Natural Causes, which is case 1. And that's...
Is it natural causes or natural causes?
Well, it's probably like, she was just old, and you know how old people get their throats slit.
I was just about to say, you know how old people strangle themselves all the time?
Yeah, it happens.
And then stab themselves in the back, and...
It's very clear what happened here. This guy shot himself, fell against the painting, then took out a knife. You don't even know what that's from.
Is that Family Guy? That's American Dad. That's...
This one with Shannon Sharp as the alien bounty hunter.
Oh my god, that's right. Okay, it's at the very, very end.
Yeah, with the detectives.
Okay. I don't see that episode very often. Yeah, where Stan's like obsessed with her.
Yeah, wow, she was really dry. So, yeah, we are doing Natural Causes, case 1.
Yep.
So, April 14th, 2019. Oh, only a year ago. 8 a.m., Richmond, Virginia. When you enter the briefing room on the first floor, Delaware, your boss is already there waiting for you. Photos and documents are already displayed on the wall monitors. Doesn't that suck when you walk in 8 a.m. and you already have to work?
Yeah.
God! we're
you
there
see
to
everyone's
do it.
Like already drinking their coffee and you're like, I just want to sit down first.
Yeah, that's why people get up. Are you the person? You're the person that gets up early and then relaxes before you go to work. Yeah. See, I'm like, when do I need to be at work? 8. Okay, I can get there in 10 minutes. So I'll wake up at 7:15 or 7:45.
I'm also the person where I let my car run a little bit before I pull out.
You know that doesn't actually do anything for you.
It's good for your car.
No, it's not.
It's
actually
good. Yes, because you know how it goes. It'll be like it'll not rev, but no, you gotta let it run for not for like 10 minutes or anything, but
no, it's better for you to just get in your car and drive. I swear.
Listen, I'm gonna go back to the people who changed my oil. I'm gonna say.
Anyway, so
I also rev it in neutral with the garage door shut.
same. Take a quick power nap.
I get a little sleepy.
And I'm not that person. I basically sleep in, get up, get ready, head straight to work, and then boom.
I turn my podcast on in the car.
That's why you're always late.
I get pissed off pulling out of the driveway because we have to park so close together that sometimes I park too close to the other side to give myself room to open the door so I don't hit your fucking car door. And then when I pull out my mirror, here's the wall of the garage and here's my mirror.
Well, learn to drive better.
That's why I've been parking outside, because I'm like, you know what?
It's easy. Just wait till I get my SUV.
I'm gonna have to ride a bike.
Anyway.
A motorcycle.
The file folder's name is Campus 19.
Campus 19.
We've caught another unusual case, Delaware says when all team members are in the room. Don't know what accent that was. This time the FBI contacted us. He sees the surprise on your faces and smiles and nods. Interesting, right? But first things first, yesterday the body of Professor Calvin Higgs was found in his lab at the Biology Institute, which shares some rooms with the Forensic Scientists Department of Virginia Commonwealth University. Isn't that a mouthful? A group of 3 scientists posing in a lab appears on the screens. Higgs is on the right. He's the youngest. Next to him are Professor Joel Wolski and Professor Zellinger. They all work at the Biology Institute. Higgs was by all accounts an outstanding scientist as well as an FBI consultant. At first glance, his death looked accidental, but due to his association with the Bureau, the FBI arranged through back channels for a detailed autopsy. It turns out that someone probably helped Higgs leave this world. The Bureau entrusted us with this case, so we better not let them down. Delaware gives everyone a stern look. Photos on the university campus and its neighborhood appear on the monitors. Find out who murdered Higgs and why. I want a preliminary report in my hands as soon as possible. Good luck. So,
Okay, wait, so who were the people who were around him?
it was Joel Wolski and Professor Zellinger. And also, for the record, this miniseries will contain spoilers because it's the detective game. So, if you're here, then you're probably just watching it for Kat and I to eat shit and get like 2 points.
I really, when I was writing that, I was like, I'm writing in such a straight line, and it literally goes.
All right.
Fuck me.
So we start at the campus. This goes on space 22, and we gain a number of these equal to 6 minus number of players. So we have 4. These allow us to dig deeper and spank that ass.
Dig deeper into his butthole. It's an
All right.
autopsy. I'm doing my job.
All right, read files. 100, and then we gain portrait 7. So that is. Oh shit! This sexy guy.
Wow.
He actually looks like someone I know. I know you guys can't see, but
He's hot.
he's not hot.
You're telling me with a mustache like that.
Oh.
With the hairline.
Alright, well, file 100 is prepare your notebooks and pencils, get some good coffee, and get to work.
I did want coffee.
On behalf of the authors of this game, best of luck.
Even though I just had coffee, I'd like more.
Okay, so
Best of luck.
our further leads are we can examine. Oh, we don't look at these yet. I was getting ready to prepare them. We can examine the medical examiner's report in dissecting in dissecting room. We can examine the crime scene.
Okay.
We can contact the FBI about the nature of Higgs's work, or we can talk to local police about their initial investigation into the case. So
I feel like we should go see the crime scene.
perfect. That's what I was gonna say because that's at the campus and we don't have to travel.
We should probably also not wear gloves or anything and just like
Just touch everything.
Just ruin it.
Oh, what's
yeah.
this?
Like a real.
Let me just touch everything.
You're like, oh, he looks so uncomfortable, and just like move him and like sit him up on the couch, like start cooking bacon in his house. Like,
Right.
yeah, this
I'm
is just
kinda
gonna
hungry.
go to waste.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's always best to just go to the crime scene. So that's gonna be.
What did Calvin Higgs do? What was his profession? I mean, he's dead now, so nothing. But
He was. Where was that in the stupid thing? Damn, it was a mouthful. Oh,
I mean, he was. I think the college was a mouth.
Oh yeah. I think he was just in biology.
He was a dead
He
biologist.
was an outstanding scientist in the biology institute.
Well, that's what you get for studying biology.
Okay, so this takes 1 hour. Okay. Ooh. That's where I found him, the cleaner says. It was before 7 a.m. The woman opens the door. Oh. The deep man voice. It's like a woman.
Excuse me, man. I have a cold. It's
You know, it's
Ron
2020.
Stampler. I can't do Ron's voice.
It's like it's not nasally.
Ron.
It's her voice, but deeper.
She's so fucking.
Anyway, the woman opens the door and leads you to the laboratory. The air inside is refreshingly chilly, but smells strange. Sorry, I just ripped ass.
I'm lighting a candle in his house. He's a stinky boy.
It's all the chemicals, the cleaner explains. Noticing your expression, I'm just going to read it normal. They do some awful experiments here. I don't even want to know about it. It was her. It was the cleaner. You look around the spacious, well-lit room. On the huge laboratory table, there are microscopes, plastic containers for specimens, blank monitors, as well as files with notes and various smaller things. There is a huge freezer in the corner, and on the shelves on the wall are rows of glass jars. When you get closer, you realize that they contain preserved human parts. Kidneys, livers, eyeballs, whole hands, and feet. His office is in the north wing, but he didn't spend a lot of time there. He spent his days here with Professor Zellinger and Dr. Wolski before Wolski moved to Chicago. You're not even taking notes, Kat.
I'm drawing the cleaner.
I know, you're a horrible note taker. This is why we fail these. I miss Josh. Where's Josh?
But this is important!
What have I been saying this whole time?
It's all the chemicals.
No, I literally that's info.
Okay, restart.
Seriously,
restart.
I'm not rereading this
Restart.
whole thing. Basically, in his lab, there's a bunch of jars that contain human parts.
Body parts?
Yes, kidneys, livers, eyeballs, whole hands, and feet.
I don't think you're allowed to have that,
And
even if you
weenies.
are a biologist.
Fat weenies.
What is he, Jeffrey Dahmer?
It might be. Anyway, he didn't spend a lot of time in his office. He spent his days with Professor Zellinger and Dr. Wolski before Wolski moved to Chicago. Which desk belonged... No. Hey guys, which desk belonged to Higgs? You asked, trying to ignore the jars and their contents. This one, she points at the last laboratory desk next to the window. You look outside, students, faces glued to their mobile phones. Oh!
Wait, so the crime scene is at the school.
We're at the campus, yeah.
Wow, I thought this was his house this whole time. So
Yeah, I don't
why
know.
the
I don't
fuck does he have all these body parts?
Yeah, no, I don't know why you kept saying house. I just...
Really, just, I don't know. I think people die in their home a lot of times.
No, he was murdered in the lab.
That's unfortunate.
Anyway, so of course the students' faces glued to their mobile phones because the people who made this game are fucking boomers. Are lying on the grass surrounded by flowers. The scene is beautiful, calm. But they're ignoring it because they're on their mobile phones.
They're probably
Which if you look at anyone who's over 50, their phones are right in their fucking hands as well.
They're probably tweeting about how there's a death on campus.
They're probably fucking tweeting about how they hate their marriage because they married their high school... Oh, you're talking about the students.
Yeah,
I'm still on the
yeah.
boomers.
See, and then he was murdered.
Fuck you, Ignacy! No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Did someone clean here after Higgs was found, you asked, drawing a circle with your finger, making it clear that you mean the whole room? I did. And you're like... I mean, at first I thought that the professor had just fainted and that it wasn't anything serious, so I left.
I was like, did he really say that?
Once the ambulance left, I came back to do cleaning because I sometimes check. It's not that easy to get a job like this. Then I heard that it was a heart attack and that he died. And now that they say he was killed and that I shouldn't have touched anything. But how could I know that? She seems worried that you'll reprimand her. You cut her head off. You reassure her that she couldn't have known. Unfortunately, you know you're probably wasting your time here. You won't find anything. You're 2 days late. There are several old coffee stains on the desk, but it has clearly been cleaned. The trash bin is empty. The keyboard is spotless. If there was a clue here, it's been swept away with the dirt. So...
She's like, I'm just trying not to get fired.
Right.
Now I'm gonna get fired.
No, she's gonna go to jail.
This is called tampering with evidence, man.
I mean, pretty much. So... Let's see. So we can spend one of these delicious dig deeper tokens to spend time looking for clues, but it sounds like they're like, you're not gonna fucking get anything here.
Yeah.
Or we can be like, oh no, let's do our job anyway, and really sweet. Maybe we can log into his computer and see what kind of browsing history he
Ooh,
had.
yeah, let's fucking see what Pornhub stuff he's got.
Severed hand job. That means two things. Alright, so if we don't do that, then we can just examine security footage. We can talk to Professor Zellinger about Higgs' final days, or we can go to Higgs' office and talk to his assistant.
Can we talk to Higgs?
I don't think so.
Can we please... Detective, you brought your Ouija board, right?
Mhm.
Can we really check his browser history?
No.
Well, sometimes that's important. Like...
I mean, we can spend time looking for clues in the lab,
I don't
but
think we need to waste time on the lab itself, like, to see if there's any evidence missed. I don't know. I mean, like, I guess if we were good detectives, we should, but...
and they didn't give us a cleaner name, which kind of sucks, because then we can interrogate her. Be like,
I know! I made it... It's a man dressed as a woman, by the way, so you're welcome.
Fair enough. So, what do we want to do?
Well, let's go talk to the other professors. Well, sorry, it's Professor Zellinger and then...
Dr. Wolski.
Oh,
Dr.
he's
Wolski,
a doctor.
Dr.
Okay.
Wolski lives in Chicago, anyway. So we can't even talk to him.
Okay.
But we can talk to Professor Zellinger. All this is at the campus. I think I'm definitely down to do any of these.
Zellinger?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go talk to him. Let's go... Okay, I'm bad cop, you're good cop.
Okay. All right. You're here to turn yourself in.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
So, okay. So that's gonna be 108. Okay. Ooh. Professor Zellinger meets you in his office. This takes an hour. He's a well-built, elegant man in his 60s. If you believed in stereotypes, you'd say he looks exactly like a professor at Cambridge, Oxford, or some other prestigious university.
I don't believe.
I think this is the dead body.
Because we're like, that's not him.
We're all in shock, he says. Calvin's death is pretty much the only topic of conversation at the university right now. It is difficult to lecture or study when this crime is all we can think about. Low stress level, so he's not lying. Did you notice anything?
What is this? Become human?
It says LSL.
It just makes me think of like when you're interrogating the droid and.
Oh yeah, and its stress levels going up and down. Did you notice anything peculiar before or after Higgs's death? Any suspicious behavior? Zellinger looks out the window, lost in thought for a moment. I was surprised by Barbara's visit. What do you mean? Higgs's wife showed up at the laboratory the day we found his body, looking for something. Medium stress level.
Oh.
Did she say what she was looking for? Some papers. She didn't want to tell me anything. She searched his desk, found nothing, and left. You've been working with Higgs in that laboratory, so you must have spent a lot of time together. We work at different institutes, researching different things. In fact, that room was the only thing we had in common. But I know what you mean. Usually I don't like poking into someone else's business, but taking the current circumstances into account. Medium stress level. Zellinger pauses dramatically. Calvin was involved in some shady business with Epic's Touch. I saw him at the university several times in the company of a suspicious-looking guy. Salt and pepper hair, late 30s, nicely dressed. They met in the lab, and every time I came in, they left. What kind of shady business? Well, I'm not a gossip, as I'm gossiping right now, but I understand how serious the situation is. Higgs was selling some data. He once mentioned, half-jokingly, that their stocks were going up and that he would have to ask for a bigger share. It was an incredibly awkward situation, if you know what I mean. High stress level. Anything else? That ill-fated day, Calvin also got a package from a courier. That's low stress level. From whom? I can only guess. I never touched it. Who do you expect? Epic's Touch. Gain portraits 1 and 4. Up. That's probably his hot wife. And then that. Oh, yep. There's Professor whatever.
Mm-hmm. I was drawing a pipe to signify him, but it just kind of looks like a crack pipe. So.
So that's his wife, and then that's him. They can do this as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what was the description of the guy he was selling to again? Salt and pepper hair?
Yeah, salt and pepper hair, late 30s, nicely dressed. Suspicious looking, you know. You know the kind. So we can check the database for information on Epic's Touch, or we can try to find more information about Higgs's package, which would be field work. Which would take us an hour to get there. So I'm definitely going to check the other. I would like to know more about Epic's Touch, even though like the guy seemed to be lying. So Epic's Touch is a company which specializes in the development of touchscreen technologies. It is considered to be one of the fastest growing tech companies in Richmond, but other than that, it is best known for the controversies concerning alleged data leakage. In 2016, a group of former employees alleged that Epic's Touch was selling their clients' private data to other companies, but no formal charges were filed. Officially, this is because no evidence to back up these allegations were presented. Unofficially, it is said that the accusers were paid generously to drop the matter. The case was never taken to court. Even though the company was never charged, it took some time until it started to restore its good name and attract new clients. So, I don't know what this professor would want to do with a company like that.
Sell data.
That's right.
That's a note that I took.
Yeah, but what kind of data? We don't even know what he did.
He sucked on people's hands after they were dead. Obviously.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he was a biologist, so, I mean, it depends on what his research was about. I am interested to find out what...
I love how broad that is, too. It's like, he was selling data, and you're just like, wow. But
wow.
then you're like...
You mean what you do anytime you log into anything ever?
What I love stuff that it's like, camera needs to know your location. Why?
Yeah. So, we can... I mean, we have a lot of options.
Yes, but what's the right option? You know what I mean?
I know,
Got a
right?
lot of options in Sherlock Holmes.
I really want to say... Yeah, that's right. I really want to say that the package... And the fact that his wife showed up, which probably sounds like it was a... Maybe ex-wife, but he didn't say ex-wife. And he lied the whole... well, high stress level doesn't mean...
Lying.
Doesn't necessarily mean that he's
It
lying.
just means he's uncomfortable, or...
Yeah, the more likely the person is lying, hiding information, or otherwise reacting emotionally to the question. So we could just be like, "Hey, whatever the fuck was going on, I don't want to be a part of it."
Because he said he's like, that put me in an uncomfortable position.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
And
I know, like, working in retail, we always got trained on, like, if you know a coworker is stealing, you have to tell someone.
Mm-hmm.
But you're like, I'm not gonna do that, but also it's very uncomfortable if I find out that they are just blatantly stealing.
Yeah. I mean, it was medium stress level that whenever he said, like, well, we didn't really work together.
Yeah.
Or maybe his high stress level because maybe they were working together on this data selling and he might get caught. And he's like, they're kind of figuring something out.
Or maybe he's like, oh, fuck, this is gonna make me an accomplice. Like,
Yeah.
On accident. Because he was like, well, this is the only thing that we have in common is this office.
Right.
Because I was like, oh, I think they're all buddies, but it doesn't sound like they are.
So it kind of makes me want to go back and see if we can find some clues.
Yeah, we can. Maybe we'll find, I don't know.
I don't know if we can actually go back and do that thing.
Right.
Like to spend time looking for clues. I don't remember if you can just go back and do stuff like that. I
feel like we can. It just takes more time.
Right. Because I don't remember if that actually... No. So, I kind of want to see the camera footage.
Okay.
Now. It's going to be 1:11. Because if people were coming in and out now, then maybe we'll see the guy that... whatever this dude. What is his name?
What was that? Zellinger?
Zellinger, that's it. Alright. Ooh, shit, that took 2 hours. David Priest, director of the company providing security of the university campus, started preparing the evidence as soon as he learned that Higgs' death was suspicious. Priest is a former policeman, and his cooperation makes everything go smoothly. Still, going through the material will take hours. Alright. Okay, so there's a little picture. Oh, shit. There's a
little picture.
Well, no, it was like there's information on the back that we have to spend one of those to officially see.
Okay.
But now we can do other. I love this website stuff. I like your funny words, Magic Man.
I think that's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, we don't have Amazon
I
Prime.
have it.
Do you?
Because it's holiday season.
Oh, nice. Ooh. All right.
A video. Yeah. You guys get to just watch a video.
No, I'm gonna
put it up like in the corner or something. Oh. Whoa! I forgot to take that.
Right. All right.
And you're like, it doesn't.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let's see. Play. Can you see it? No, not at all.
Yeah, better now.
Can they see it? Probably not at all.
I don't know. Okay, so he's walking towards a street. There's a manhole. Oh no, there's a puddle. Oh, that looks like an argument.
Okay.
Okay, they're fighting over something. Is that supposed to be... What is going on? He's tying his shoe for him.
Okay.
Did they...
Let's see. Let's replay that. Hold on. We'll each take turns. Okay, so it looks like he's walking... Is that a puddle? It doesn't look like a puddle.
I think it's... Well, what are you...
And then the guy, he's like, hey, no, wait! And then, like... Does he get, like, stabbed? No? I think he gets... Yeah, I think he gets stabbed. Because the guy's hand... Or he gets punched, or he gets walloped.
He gets the dang bop.
Or is it just poor acting? Like, you want to look at it?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, because there's a guy in like a hood.
Yeah.
And it looks like he...
Oh, and he's the professor because he's got those patches on his... Oh, okay, so it looks like maybe he's being mugged or something.
Right.
He's shaking him down. They're fighting. It looks like he grabbed something from him, like out of his pocket. But
I mean, there's two others that we can look at.
It doesn't look like he got stabbed, though, to me.
Yeah, because there's no, like, weapon.
Well, and also, like, if I don't know, if I got stabbed, I don't think I would just slowly be like...
Crouch like you're tying your shoe.
Yeah. If I got stabbed, I'd probably be like... like
Dang it. How did I close out of that? Damn it. It's like howling at the moon.
Maybe that's what he was. He was singing to him. He was singing a ballad.
Okay, so... Alright, good. So, go back to other. Amendments 111B. Okay, so here's another one. I'm just going to keep it like this.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Another road.
Right.
Is it the wife?
I don't know who the hell that is.
Oh, she's pissed.
I don't think that's his wife.
No, because his wife doesn't wear glasses.
Yeah.
Oh my god, is that the other woman?
She's like, you were not gonna divorce your
Oh,
wife.
maybe it was. Maybe it's like an affair, but he like comes up behind her and...
Okay, that looks like a manila envelope, so she took everything out. She ripped it up?
Maybe divorce papers?
She's like, I'm not gonna be your lawyer for your divorce.
None of these are helpful.
No. I mean, they are, but they're not.
And then 111C.
Or maybe she's like, your research is gay. Can you say that still?
I don't know. Probably not. Ooh, this one's 35 seconds long.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
We got a referee.
Hey, buddy. Hey, what's up? Hey, so what's going on over here? Oh, man, let's talk about business.
I just watched a guy
business,
get mugged and tied his
business,
own
murder,
shoe.
business, yes. Oh, man, what's going on? Hey, are we still going to sell that data to Equileaks or whatever? Oh, man, what do you want to do that? Whoa, oh, yeah, here's my briefcase. Yep, that's it.
This is bad dialogue.
Oh, yep, nope, it's... Oh, man, I kind of don't want to show you my briefcase.
Hey,
Fine.
you know, we're really Italian. We're both talking
all right,
with our
bye.
hands.
All right, so that was not helpful in any way.
So we know that they're talking. So we got a jockey talking to her. She's the one that ripped up the whatever papers, I think.
Yeah. All right, let's spend one to see if those are all the files. Great job, you say. Thanks for preparing the material. No problem. He looks a little evasive. Is that all, you ask, putting a bit of steel in your voice? Yes. High stress level. You look at him unflinchingly in silence. After a moment, Priest sighs. There was more footage. High stress level. Seed deleted it. Seed? The janitor. He had an argument with Higgs. There was footage of him punching Higgs and pushing him up against the wall the day before he died. When Higgs was found, Seed got scared. He came here and deleted the footage from the archives. How did he get access? Why didn't you mention this before? He's the head janitor, so he has keys to every room in every building. I don't think it has any bearing on what happened with Higgs. There was something personal going on between Higgs and Seed's daughter. Seed decided to make it clear that he didn't like the fact a married man was messing around with his daughter.
Does she wear glasses?
Probably.
She dressed like a lawyer.
Okay, so we did... Okay.
So that's great that a janitor has access to every room. This is accurate. Does a janitor have... Why are your computers unsecured? That's my question. Did you not Control Alt Delete and lock your screen? Because that's the first rule of walking away from your computer.
Yeah, you are correct there.
He's like, I didn't. I just went to the bathroom real quick.
So at least that explains probably two of the videos. One video of him getting beat up, and then the other video of the woman that doesn't look like his wife,
yeah.
but looks like a young filly. And then the other one of him probably talking to this guy. Like, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, look at my briefcase. Got the data all right here, ready to sell."
Look at this. I spent $200 on it. It's new. It has nothing to do
Kind of
with
looks
the
like
case.
shit. Oh well, fine. This is my briefcase.
It looks like shit. I was gonna give it to you as a birthday present.
That's his accent.
But you're using it.
It's got your initials engraved on it.
All right.
I
So
used your Visa to buy it.
we're learning about Higgs the man.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, they all are.
Real piece of shit. Hold on,
Okay.
I'm gonna write that down in the evidence real quick.
Oh yeah, you should probably write down like. I guess it's all right here if we
Higgs.
really need to look at it. So.
Piece of shit.
So, our remaining options, we did the footage, at least at the campus anyway, is going to his office. And talking to his assistant.
His
Who was also
assistant?
probably railing.
Was it a woman?
We'll find out if we go talk to her. Are we going to talk to her?
Sure.
Cool. Or him.
Has Higgs ever come up to you and been like...
Has he ever smelled your hair?
Does
I'd
he give
certainly
you
like to.
awkward shoulder rubs?
Takes an hour, so we're at 17.
How do we get down to 9?
We're at 7. Ooh. The last few days have been a nightmare. Joan Silver, Higgs' assistant, is close to tears.
Does she have glasses?
First, the assault. He didn't want to report to the police, even though I asked him to do several times. It must have been those thugs from Casino Royale.
Oh, hang on.
Now he's dead. He's dead! Okay. Can we see his appointment book? Yes, of course. You look through his schedule of the past few weeks. The first thing you notice is a meeting recorded for April 11th, Lang Police Station, 9 a.m. And 3 meetings for March recorded as Our Coffee Heaven, all of them 2 hours long. These meetings, he pointed at them, who are they with? Who is R? I have no idea. Miss Silver, this is a criminal investigation. She hesitates for a moment. Epic's touch. He received a package from them the same day he died. What was inside? I didn't open it. It was a padded envelope. There was something like a cell phone inside, but much lighter. Alright, I don't know why I looked at the back. So, a lot of things leading to Epic's touch, where you get epically touched. Okay. So, those are all the leads for that one. And now...
Did it say how he was murdered?
No, we haven't inspected the body. Or a heart attack.
Okay.
Um,
If they're like, oh, well, clearly it was a cell phone bomb. He received a phone call and put it up to his face.
and had a heart attack.
And it blew up.
So...
Yeah, maybe we should go do the autopsy.
The autopsy?
The autopsy. That's what they called it to have more fun.
The autopsy.
The autopsy.
Yeah, so that would be... Let's see...
And then there's
Contact the FBI about... Oh, no. Oh, hey, we can find out what he did. If we go to the FBI.
Fuck him. Fuck the FBI.
Uh,
We're not the FBI.
Yeah, because he worked with the FBI. That's why this is important.
Oh, he worked with?
So maybe he was leaking FBI info.
Maybe he was deep undercover.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, then who are these people from Casino Royale?
Well, Casino Royale's a movie. So maybe it was people who were cosplaying as people from that movie. He was really into it. And he's like, please guys, mug me. They'll make me look cool. Maybe he got beat up in order to...
Impress the janitor's daughter? Because she would be like, oh no, I need to tend to your wounds.
Oh,
then
you
she found out
wounded down
he was,
here? Zip.
But then she found out that he was selling data.
And she's like, wow, you fucking loser.
And she found out that he was actually a mole for the
Oh!
FBI.
No, he was selling her nudes. Yeah.
That's not as exciting as what I'm coming up with.
Anyway.
I'm a better story writer.
Yeah, but mine's real.
Shut the frick up, dude.
Alright, so we want to go to the lab.
To look at his butt?
Can we do any... What's in here? Hello?
Hello, what's this? But does she do this?
So for the record, just so after we go to the lab,
Yeah.
which is going to take an hour to get there,
For the record.
we do have 3 things we can do in as field work. So we can only do one thing in the lab. But let's go ahead and just go to the lab. And then 101 right there, which also takes an hour.
I'm running out of daylight.
Okay. Silence fills the empty dissection room. You wait there for the Higgs autopsy report. These are all the documents, says Dr. Jefferson, giving you the folder. This guy had an awful week. What do you mean? Jefferson goes to one of the freezers, opens it, and shows you the head. No, I'm kidding. Shows you the body. He was brutally beaten a few days ago, the doctor points out, as we can tell from the video. And he just cries, he like takes a knee. That smarts. Oh, egad. Ouch, that smarts.
My belly button.
Jefferson, oh yeah, he was brutally beaten a few days ago. The doctor points out numerous bruises and scratches. 2 of his ribs were broken. Everything's in the report. It's unlucky for the murderer that the FBI got involved. At first, it looks like an ordinary, if severe, allergic reaction. Were it not for the autopsy, no one would have known that he was given something. I see. Anything else? Higgs had an iPhone and a wallet of documents with him. We secured them. Boom, baby! Alright, so, read the autopsy report. Nah, I don't want to. Just give me the long and short of it, Doc. Well, he was beaten up and...
The doctor's like, no one ever wants to read it. I work...
This
really
takes
hard.
like 17 hours to fill out. So, he was a white male, age 42, height 5'9". Hey, Dr. Seth Jefferson.
Is your last name Jefferson?
No, but it's Seth. I'm never in games.
This is true.
And definitely my last name is not anywhere ever.
What was his last name? Or not? What was his height?
5'9". She was a midget. Black hair, brown eyes, lazy eye, cleft lip, limp, crooked teeth.
I wrote black eye.
Brown hair and black eyes. He was a demon.
I'm just writing black eye because...
One of the fucking final questions, what color were his eyes? Oh, well, you wrote black. Anaphylactic shock leading to cardiac arrest.
Oh.
So the autopsy revealed laryngeal edema and myocardial ischemia.
Heart attack. It's heart attack.
Antibodies specific to apitoxin were found in the victim's body. The victim died between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. There were visible marks of assault on the victim's body, several scratches and swelling, 2 broken left ribs, gray skin on the right side of the skull, and a split lip. The evidence indicates that the victim had been attacked approximately 48 hours before death, but that these injuries did not contribute to his death. No, that's mainly if... We also have the victim's fingerprints, so we have those. Calvin Higgs' fingerprints. So that's nice.
Well, we don't need them. He's dead.
Well, if he's touching shit.
We've got him in custody.
But yeah, I mean, we can probably assume that the beatings were from the janitor.
Probably, even though, maybe they were just scared to show us the violent beating, and so they were just like...
I think so. I think we're supposed to
like, we don't want to traumatize these people.
It's like this aggressive real-life video. It's like, did they make this, or is this... Oh my god! Just snapping his wrist, like fucking... Like,
taking a crowbar out and just really winding him.
Curb stomping him. Oh god, what is this? This is some...
He just, like, sticks his hand through his chest, and he's just like...
Alright, so we can examine...
How did that not kill him?
This is some really good acting.
Oh, we get to examine him?
They examine the iPhone and documents.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so the last phone calls incoming was to... Okay, so... On the date, he had 3 missed calls from an unknown number at 8 a.m. What was the date? What was his death? It was the day before, right? Yeah, so April 13th. He had 3 unknown calls from 8:30 to 8:42.
8:30 to... Wow.
When did he die?
Between 5 and 6 p.m.
PM? Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So that morning then. A lot of calls. 9-minute call with Violet. I don't know who Violet is.
I don't think any names have been said.
No, not really. There's just his wife and then the daughter, so we don't know who Violet is.
She looks like a Violet.
And then outgoing. Okay, so he didn't call anyone the day of his death. But yeah, there's a call from Lang, a call from Violet, and Richardson. Okay. So, that gives us quite a bit more leads.
So there was a call from Richardson?
He called out to Richardson, but that was on 4/11.
So we don't know who that is. Something happened on the 11th, I feel like.
Oh,
he had an appointment.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So that might be the person. So actually, we have a lot of fieldwork stuff we can do. So further leads... so we can actually check the FBI database for the owners of the phone numbers. We can call Violet. If we go back to the campus, we can call Violet and set up an appointment. field work allows us to call Ludo and set up an appointment, and we can also call Richardson and set up an appointment.
We don't know who Richardson is.
No.
We're like, ooh.
And then if we go to the police station, we can call Lang and set up an appointment. But we can also spend one of these to ask Jefferson about apatoxin. Or if we just want to, if there's anything.
Well, yeah, because I don't know what apatoxin is.
Okay.
We don't want to be those people who, like, the coroner's just like, oh yeah, it was apatoxin, and we're just like,
Right. Bee venom is very toxic.
Bee
Jefferson.
venom?
So he must have had an allergic reaction to bees. It's dangerous even for those who aren't allergic. It's a strong allergen that can be stored in crystalline form. It dissolves in water. With Higgs, the reaction would have been immediate and death would have occurred within minutes. It contains histamine, dopamine, and melatonin. Jefferson enumerates a few more spine-chilling names, but you ignore them. You remember 2 facts. The venom can be stored, and it dissolves in water.
Venom? Ooh, okay.
Well, that's frightening.
Stored. And... what was it? It can be stored and dissolves in water.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why they say if you ever get stung more than once by a bee, you have to go to the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why I was fucking terrified of those sweat bees. Because they just had it out
They
for
did.
me. It's the worst summer ever.
So we... Oh, man. This game is just like, okay, so let's do this. 10
Honestly.
different... You're just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. So...
Quick, let's go find some bees and talk to them.
I hate you, bees.
Hey, I know your buddy did this.
So I think because this is a really good area to store something like that because you're working in a lab. So I think it could be someone on the inside. That's just my...
Well, and I can find the owners of these,
bees.
these bees. No, of these phone
Welcome
numbers.
to Applebee's. Do you want the apples or do you want the bees?
Violet Seed.
Violet Seed.
That's the janitor's daughter.
Okay.
Works at the Von Kahn Library next to university. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, write all this down because this is gonna be important because I'm gonna go back to the phone numbers in a sec.
Oh wait, hold on. Because I was just writing a little bit of it down. What do you want me to write down
Oh
about?
man, this is awesome.
Oh Jesus.
So Violet Seed.
Okay.
Ooh, she's 27. Damn.
How old was he?
40 something.
Gross, Violet.
That's like that's my age.
Violet.
And you're saying it'd be gross if I was hooking up with a 49-year-old? That'd be pretty hot. Good for her. Good for Violet Seed.
He's 47.
I don't remember. I think he was. I don't think he was 47. I think he was like early 40s. Anyway, she works at the library next to university. Because all the 4 names we're about to get are very very important.
Hold on. Works at library across from the university.
Yeah, you don't have to write the whole thing down. Just kind of what
Well,
they do.
you tell me what to write down.
Ludo is Paolo Ludo. Paolo. Ludo, Luto. He's a chief security at Casino Royale.
Okay.
And what did she say his assistant? That's not it. Where's the assistant one?
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
Oh, yes. Okay. Anyway, so we'll get to this in a sec. Richardson is Tom Richardson. He's a former CIA employee and current private contractor for Epic's Touch.
He's a contractor for Epic's Touch?
Private contractor for Epic's Touch, yep. So... oh boy, it's getting juicy! Spicy! No, it's smoking! That's it.
Pick a catchphrase.
And then, Robert Lang is 44. He works at the police department in the criminal investigation department. So maybe... shit, maybe he was a...
He was a...
like a mole for... like Epic's Touch. Or for the FBI in Epic's Touch.
That's what I think. Because I told you... that's what I'm thinking. Because, like, there's a lot of
so because...
law enforcement involved.
Right, so April... yeah, you're right. So April 11th, he had a meeting with Lang, and 3 meetings at Coffee Heaven, our Coffee Heaven. So Robertson or Richardson is from Epic's Touch. So maybe if she said it was like something like a cell phone in the package.
Yeah.
That
just had a message pulled up on it that was like, I know what you're doing, buddy.
Oh, I think the package might have been information that he was expecting to receive, not him being involved. So I'm gonna go back to the cell phone.
I bet you anything, Violet Seed was actually Richardson's girlfriend, and then he told Paolo, Violet, you can't be seeing this guy anymore, and so Paolo.
Okay, I'm moving on.
Kill
from
him.
Okay, so outgoing calls. He died on the 13th.
Okay.
He had an 8-minute call with Lang, and this is on the 10th. He had an 8-minute call with Lang, a 12-minute call with Violet, and an 8-minute call with Richardson. And then on the 11th, he had a call with Richardson for 11 minutes, a 6-minute call with Richardson. Then he called Ludo, and Ludo was the Casino Royale guy.
The security chief.
Security chief, interesting. And then on the 12th, the day before his death, he had a 3-minute call with Richardson, and he had a 1-minute call with Lang. And then he died the next day. It's kind of creepy when you see someone's phone history, and then you're like, and then he's gone from this earth forever the next day. So incoming calls on the 10th, 9-minute call from Violet, 1-minute call from Ludo. On the 11th, 2-minute call with Violet. Ludo had a missed call and a 7-minute call with Violet. Violet, quit being horny. On the 12th, Ludo missed call, and then Violet for a 6-minute call, and then Violet for a 3-minute call. And then on the 13th, 3 unknown numbers, and then Ludo. That was at 12 a.m.
Which unknown numbers can be anything.
Well, right, but it's just...
This is just before technology had the spam likely.
No, this is literally, like, 2019. What do you mean?
Technology hasn't advanced.
This is spam likely.
Scam likely.
Scam likely.
Game, yeah. Scam likely.
Not fucking... Anyway, it's just weird that, like, the day of his death, in the morning, he had 3 unknown numbers. So...
Which was it, 3 individual missed calls from someone? Oh, okay, because I just put 3 missed calls from unknown.
Well, yeah, that mean it would be 3 individual calls.
Well, but like from 3 different numbers, or the same number just 3 times?
It doesn't show a number, so... But I'm assuming it's the same number.
Okay, that's what...
Because then it's at 8:30, then 8:36, and then 8:42, so all within the hour at 8 a.m.
It was within 15 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right.
I am, because I wrote it down.
So... okay.
Alright, I'm just telling you, the Violet is definitely someone's girl, and he was messing around with the
I
wrong
don't think
girl.
so. I don't think that's...
While being a mole for the girl's boyfriend.
I honestly think the Violet thing is like a red... Is like another... It's like a red herring.
Just him. I think he's just a piece of shit. He's a...
Why? What? I mean, look at her.
Because he's a... What about her?
Look at that hard part hair and that mannish coat.
The middle part is back, baby. I can't do it because I have short hair and I look like a serial killer, but...
Alright, so our options... Alright, so we have a lot of field work to do with the bee venom. So somehow, some way, someone poisoned him.
I forgot about the bee venom, yeah.
And it was his wife! Alright.
He's got a very poisonable face.
So we have quite a bit of time left, 15 hours.
It's not enough time.
We have a lot of field work we can do.
Should we go gamble at Casino Royale?
You know what? Yes!
Take a break.
We can go to HQ and find out what he did at the FBI.
We should probably start doing that.
But that's the thing, is there's so much other stuff in field work.
If we think he was an informant, maybe we should find out for sure. Is he an informant?
That's fair. Alright, for the record though, we have try to find out more information about the package. That's field work. Go to Casino Royale, field work. Epic's Touch, field work.
Maybe find out more about the package.
Right. Call Ludo, set up an appointment, field work. Call Richardson, field work. So we have 5 things.
I get it, yes. Let's look at the package.
Well, I thought we were doing the fucking... what his job was.
What do we have to do first? We gotta do all of it. So what do we want to do first?
I think...
I'm gonna report you to the police.
Because you know what's gonna happen is we're gonna do this. That's gonna give us more shit to do.
Yeah. So should we look at the package? Should we get our little duckies in a row?
So you want to go to field work?
That sounds like what we should do.
All right.
Let's just. Because you're right, we'll probably get more work.
Yep.
By
So
going to the FBI. So let's just
Okay. So 112. Fuck. That took 3 hours.
Uh-oh.
After explaining to dozens of D4L workers that you're investigating a murder and that a package they delivered may be important evidence in the case, you finally receive not only information on who delivered it, but also the way bill. So, yeah, additional notes. It's fragile and it's a priority. It's from Epic's Touch, and it goes to Calvin Higgs.
Who delivered it?
Holy shit. It just says Epic's Touch. God damn. So, and it weighs 0.2 kilograms. And it was delivered... Oh, shit. It was delivered April 12th, 2019. At 2:27. The day before his death. Were people saying he received the package the day of?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, received package from them day of his murder.
Interesting. When did he die, actually? Because maybe it's not the 13th. No, because then he wouldn't receive calls on the 13th. He wouldn't... Oh, wait. Oh, well.
Well, you can receive calls when you're dead.
Actually, you're right, because he had incoming calls that he answered, and then on the 13th, from 8 to even 12 a.m.
He didn't die till 5. He didn't die till that.
Well, all the calls on the 13th are missed.
Okay.
So if it was delivered the day he died at 2:27, and he didn't die till later that night, what was it, 5 to 6?
Yeah.
In between that?
You can still...
So it's about 2.5 hours? Interesting. And the date of the deposit was 11:50. I don't know what that means.
I think that's the time.
So we can also do further. We have a further lead. We can go and get a warrant to search Epic's Touch offices. We'd have to spend these last two, and we'd have to go to the police station. So I say,
I feel like getting a warrant is always fun.
we haven't done anything about Epic's Touch. We can go visit Epic's Touch offices.
What a best
while we're here.
What a great way to introduce ourselves. Hi, we have a warrant.
Right. Well, you need a warrant to search anything, but we can visit the office.
I know the process.
You don't know the process. You don't know shit.
You want us to go say hello to warrants? To warrants? You want us to go talk to a Epic's Touch? That's what you do.
Everything's pointing to Epic's Touch.
I mean,
right
absolutely it is, but yeah, I guess
So
we
I
can go
definitely-
talk to him. We're just gonna go talk to him, and he's gonna be like, "I didn't do it. I don't know anything. I don't mine data. I don't sell it, certainly to China."
now. All right. Over here, please, Richardson says as he greets you in the lobby of Epic's Touch headquarters, a modern 4-story office building. He leads you to the cafe for guests and employees.
Wow.
He's dressed elegantly and wearing a watch on his left wrist. What kind of relationship did you have with Calvin Higgs? You decide to get to the point right away. We met each other a year ago at the golf course. Medium. Did Higgs conduct any research for you or for Epic's Touch? No. Medium.
Uh-oh.
Do you know what his work at the university involved? No, I was never interested in that. Medium. In the 12 hours preceding his death, he called you 4 times. He rarely called anyone that often. We were making plans to play golf on the weekend. His wife didn't want him to. She was planning a romantic weekend for them. Medium. Richardson is lying shamelessly. This conversation is pointless.
I fucking told you. Anyway, let's go get it. Now let's slap him with the warrant. We've done the traditional, like, hey, we want to talk to you, we want to be friendly. Now it's time to hit him with the warrant. That's my opinion.
We can ask about his allergy.
We can ask him, what? Ask him about Higgs' allergy? I don't think that's going to get us anywhere. I think that's going to be a waste of time. As long as it doesn't cost time, I think we can do it. Well, then I guess we can ask him.
You get up from the table, and rather than say goodbye as Richardson expects, you ask one last question. You mentioned that you played golf with Higgs. Yes. That's low, so they probably did play golf. Higgs was very allergic to grass pollen. Didn't it bother him while playing?
Oh.
No, I didn't know this. Maybe he took some medicine before we played. High stress level.
Oh.
Yes, he probably did. We'll be in touch. Thank you, you say and leave. Bingo. Richardson had no idea about Higgs' allergies. He tries to hide it, but he seems to realize that his lie about playing golf was poorly conceived. Ooh, we get one. Lying bitch. Okay. And then we can get a warrant, so that's also just there to do. Oh shit. So we can get so we can get a warrant to search Epic's Touch offices and arrest Richardson for 24 hours. We just beat the shit out of him. Tell us what we want to know!
Listen, we know you keep bees!
We find out he's a beekeeper, and we're just like, man, you're a fucked up man, aren't you?
Listen, the first time I met him, we played golf, and he beat me, and I've hated him since! This has nothing to do with anything else, he just... He beat me by 1 point!
I fucking hate him! I'll kill him!
He's already dead, I'll do
We
it!
have a lot of reports of you yelling, I'll kill you with bees on the golf course.
Shaking bees in a jar,
I'll fucking end your
he's
life!
grabbing grass, and he's just like... rubbing it all over him.
You take this, you bitch!
I ain't taking him.
Alright, so what else can we do? Alright, so we didn't even need to set up an appointment.
Warrant.
The other thing that... Yeah, so I definitely think we need to do that and beat the shit out of him in the office.
We'll both be bad cop.
But I also... Who was Ludo again?
Ludo is the chief of security at the casino.
I don't know what the casino... What'd she say
She
about
said
the casino?
they just kind of really brought it up. They were like, oh, he had an appointment with this casino.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lang was the...
Police department.
Who was the guy that was former FBI?
That's Richardson. He was former CIA.
CIA.
But he's a private contractor with Epic's Touch. Which I don't know what private contractor is supposed to mean.
Oh, okay.
Private butt sucker, more like it. Private beekeeper. What's your job? I'm a private beekeeper.
No one knows that I do it.
I keep the bees private.
I definitely feel like we're on to something. I don't see any reason to call Violet. I don't give a fuck about her.
Violet, I'd just like to remind you that your lover's dead. Okay,
And
have a good day.
Hey, you have a good one.
She's like, oh.
Oh god, you kept reminding me. She's probably already on, like, railing some other hot Chad on campus.
No, she's Ludo's girlfriend. Telling you, she's involved somehow.
I really just don't... I don't see... Okay. Let's do the warrant.
So, yeah, because let's do it, because Richardson clearly knew about his allergy.
So we have to
Right?
spend 2.
Is that what we got from that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he...
Because I was going to say, I was like, well, his wife would know about his allergy too.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if a wife is going to kill someone, she would know how to do it better than just bee poison. She's got
Okay.
some weed killer, I'm sure, in the garage.
Alright, my client is willing to cooperate on the condition that his testimony be used only in the context of this murder investigation, Richardson's lawyer tells you. Richardson sits and stares blankly at the wall behind you. You nod your head and he begins. Epic's Touch is engaged in developing touchscreen technology. Professor Higgs was our consultant. He had been collaborating for a few months now. How is this related to the case, you ask? Recently, Mr. Higgs contacted us. It was on April 10th. Oh, was it? Was it? It was. And he offered to carry out tests on technology currently being developed by government agencies to which he claimed he had access. We want to stress, Richardson's lawyer interrupts, that it was Mr. Higgs who had contacted Epic's Touch representatives and that the proposal was entirely his initiative. He called us late at night and said he would perform the test for us in exchange for a quick bank transfer, Richardson continues.
What's the lawyer's stress level?
That actually, it's actually not saying, so this probably is
It was a joke.
but that does align with what the data says. So on 4/10, which is when he said 11:42 p.m. My client, the lawyer interrupts once more, did not know at the time whether Professor Higgs had the agency's permission to perform these tests or not. Richardson goes on, we discussed the proposal the next day internally, worked out the required budget, and prepared a prototype for the testing apparatus. The next day we got a green light, and the prototype was sent to Higgs to perform the tests. My client wasn't aware at the time that Mr. Higgs was under financial pressure and that the access to the research he was offering was beyond his power to grant. His offer was accepted in good faith, trusting that he was not misleading us about the particulars. What developed between Higgs and Epic's Touch will certainly warrant a further FBI attention, but you have no doubts that Richardson and Epic's Touch would gain nothing from Higgs' death. He was their door to secret government research and development, and that door shut the moment he died. That was actually just info. That wasn't anyone saying that. Ooh. Interesting. That took a curveball I did not expect.
So, okay.
So
it was Higgs' idea to work with Epic's Touch. He got in touch with them.
Yep.
He said, I'll do tests for you for money.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know someone in the FBI.
Yeah, because I have government clearance, or I used to have government clearance.
He didn't say that. Yeah, he just said that he could be involved with them because they said that they didn't know if he had permission. He just said, I have ways to do this.
So yeah, basically my client, which was Richardson, wasn't aware at the time that Mr. Higgs was under financial pressure and that the access to the research he was offering was beyond his power to grant. His offer was accepted in good faith, trusting that he was not misleading us about the particulars. So basically he just lied. He's like, I can get you information if you just give me money. So who killed him? Interesting. So Epic Touch isn't inherently a good company at all.
But we don't think that they're gonna poison someone with bees.
And that's what that last paragraph stated. It wasn't in quotes or anything. It just basically was the game telling us, hey, like, Epic Touch didn't kill him. Like, the lawyer
said so. So.
So that was what was in the package.
Okay.
Was
whatever, like probably like a hard drive or something.
Yeah. The prototype.
Quick, yeah. How much does a hard drive weigh? Is it 0.2 kilograms?
It would probably be around there. I mean, I don't think it was a hard drive, but it was probably like a prototype phone to send the information.
Oh, a pager.
No.
Yeah,
what?
A pager. They sent a pager. They sent a Rolodex.
It's like, what the fuck is this? I can't enter anything here. All right. Well, we are at the police station.
Sent him a giant USB.
We can call Lang and set up an appointment.
For what?
I don't know. Kat. Epic's Touch was our only lead, and they're just like, well, yeah, he died, so we're just still our company. And we're just like...
Richardson is just like remembering the golfing trip.
That was a good time.
Yeah, I guess we can set up an appointment with him and be like, hi.
Okay. Well, that was a warrant.
That was a warrant.
Okay, so that is 123. Where would we even find the package? Because it's definitely...
I can't remember. It said something. Because we had to, like, convince them or something like that.
Oh, wait. Where is... Do I actually... Oh, we already did 17. I'm looking at the wrong one. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, police station. So 123. Ugh. Okay. So we hit the recap spot, which is whenever we hit that, we have to basically kind of put in our own thoughts on what we're feeling. But let's do that after this. Thanks for meeting us on such a short notice, you greet Lang. It's nothing, he answers, and points at some chairs. He lights up a cigarette, then sits down at the desk. It's about Higgs. You were in touch recently.
I just also like the visual of him just, like, pointing at chairs, and, like, we don't get the memo, and we just, like... we're like,
This is about Higgs. That's true. He was conducting research at the university on dactyloscopy.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yeah, I totally understand what that is. He was here last week with a hand in an organ cooler. The hand was donated to the university for research. Higgs had collected fingerprint data from the specimen and discovered that the SD data appeared to be in the FBI system. That data was drawn from a case that I worked on, a burglary. Was it a system error? Yes. Higgs asked me to take prints from the hand and compare them to the prints on file because he couldn't continue his research if the hand belonged to a suspect of a criminal investigation. And what did you find? Nothing. I didn't have time to look into it, and then, he checks his notebook, on April 12th, he called to tell me it was a mistake and that everything was okay. He said he was sorry for the fuss and promised to make up for it someday with a six-pack. a six-pack on like of abs. Made up for brother.
I'd be like, dude, you brought me a fucking hand, and you're gonna give me beer.
Unfortunately, the
Don't
next
like
day
it.
I was informed about his death. Gained portrait number 2.
So I keep calling his wife to see if I can get that 6-pack, and she's very unresponsive. So he brought in a hand.
What the fuck? What? What was... Okay.
And
Collected-
had Lang run its prints?
And discovered that the SD data appeared to be in the FBI's system. That data was drawn from a case that I had worked on, a burglary. Take prints from the hand and compare them to the prints on file. But then he called and said, oh no, it was a mistake. So we can... Ooh! Running out of time! There's not enough time! Alright, so what do we think? What do we think, Kat?
I don't know. How do you spell burglary?
Burglary.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh. What do we think? I don't know.
Link, who did it?
Zelda, who did it?
They're like, meow.
Okay.
Him. No. Okay, so.
So he died from an allergic reaction that can be stored and dissolved in water.
So we know it wasn't Richardson.
Yes. So Richardson didn't do it.
I don't see how it would be Lang, or why it would be Lang.
Lang is... Yes,
the
who we're talking to right now.
officer. We don't really know much about Violet Seed other than her dad's the janitor. And she works at the library across the street.
What if it was the janitor? But how would he know about his reaction?
Maybe he saw him get stung by a bee once and he had to pull out his EpiPen.
Yeah...
The janitor carried his EpiPen.
The weird part would be, but it is the janitor does have access to keys all over the building.
And apparently access to all the computers.
They
All the
just don't want,
passwords.
it's a shitty university.
Everyone's password is 1234.
Well, we do have further leads we can take. Investigate Lang's case files in the archives while we're there. And then we can go back to the campus and investigate the specimen in question.
I guess, yeah.
But yeah, it's like a recap. God.
Well, here's my biggest piece of evidence is Higgs. Piece of shit.
Ah, yes.
So, let's just tell the judge that.
I don't know.
I don't think we should investigate this death. He's a piece of shit.
I mean... Okay, so let's think of the security footage. What did we see? We saw him talking to someone.
Some lady.
Yeah, the lady, which was probably Violet.
We have to assume because she had glasses on.
Yeah.
And we see that his
And
wife's
she works at a
picture.
library, so of course she has sexy librarian glasses.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. And they were crossing a street, so they probably met in the middle or something.
Yeah.
Like, he was probably waving to her, and she was like, what the fuck?
And then the video of a guy wearing a checkered shirt and a briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
Showing off his briefcase.
He does have glasses. It's probably him. But... And then I think the first one was of the janitor beating him up.
Yeah.
So...
Probably acting like, hey, this is a mugging, actually, it's me, the janitor!
So... I don't know. I have no idea who would kill him.
Who was he selling the data to? It just says he was selling it.
To Equix, whatever. I always forget what they're called.
Epic's Touch?
Epic's Touch.
Oh, he was selling it to Epic's
Yeah,
Touch.
they were
Sorry, I thought he was stealing from Epic's Touch.
No. He was selling the data. He promised, hey, I can get you FBI data if you pay me. And then they were going to do that. So...
And then when he saw Lang, he brought him the hand. And Lang told him that it was a criminal.
No, Higgs found out. He did bring a hand. It was donated. What the fuck? I'm looking up what dactycology is.
Dactycology. I had to write a question mark behind it because I forgot what it was called. I was like, dactyl.
Describes the investigation of the ridges of the inner surfaces of the hand and foot. So basically, fingerprints.
Yeah. Okay. So. Okay.
And yeah, he said he collected fingerprints data from the hand and discovered that it appeared to be in the FBI system because from a case that Lang worked on, which was a burglary.
Okay.
And then it was like, was it a system error? He said yes. Higgs asked me to take prints from the hand and compare them to the prints on file because he couldn't continue his research if the hand belonged to a suspect of a criminal investigation, which is weird that that would matter. And what did you find? He didn't do it, and then on April 12th, he called Lang, at like 1 p.m. for a minute to explain that it was a mistake and that everything was okay. And then he died on... Okay, so it looks like in the next day, he died on the 12th. And then he received unknown calls. And then one from Ludo. Which was, the Casino Royale guy. Let's just look at the case files.
Sure. Maybe we should have talked to Ludo.
Okay. At the police... archives, you approach one of the workers and ask him for help in finding the specific file. You show him your ID and explain you're working with Lang on a criminal investigation. The man nods his head and tells you to wait while he searches for the file. So, files 118. Alright. Okay. Alright. So, here's the incident summary. On April 2nd... 2019, Eugene Rivers reported a burglary from the art sale warehouse. You don't have to write any of this down.
Oh, okay.
Located at 378 East 29th Street. The burglary occurred between 1930 on April 1st and 8:15, April 2nd. After being notified, Detective Christine McCroy and I drove to the scene and arrived at 8:27. Rivers met us outside the building. He had not entered the building after phoning police. He stated that he had phoned as soon as he noticed that the lock on the warehouse door had been removed and that the door itself was improperly closed. He did not touch the door or lock. There were no distinctively visible car tracks or footprints on the concrete and asphalt in that area. The lock had been drilled through and we secured Latin prints from the padlock and door. Detective McCroy and I entered the warehouse, which showed no signs of burglary. We checked all rooms and found no one. Rivers walked through with us and looked through multiple crates before determining that only one item had been stolen, a painting by Jack Beale, a renowned Richmond artist. The painting is valued by Rivers at $15,000. It was to be auctioned in April and had been at the warehouse since March 18th. Numerous other paintings assigned similar values by Rivers were untouched in their protective crates. We secured additional Latin prints on the surfaces near the missing crate and multiple shoe prints. Rivers stated that the warehouse was not protected by an active alarm system or security cameras. The only other people with access to the warehouse are art sale employees. Rivers will provide a list so that we can eliminate their fingerprints and shoe prints. There were no homes or businesses in the area with a good view of the door used for entry. We were unable to find any witnesses who might have seen something that night. So, we can add this to match. Okay. Fingerprints from the arts. Okay, so they do not match. Okay. I was like, I don't think so. It'd be weird if Calvin Higgs also stole art. I think this is just something way off base. Honestly.
Unless what he did was he wanted to see if his prints were in the system, and he cut off his fingertip, put it on the corpse's hand.
God. On April 10th, Professor Calvin Higgs from VCU got in touch with a possible identification from the prints from the padlock, meeting with Higgs scheduled for 11 April. On 11 April, Higgs came to the station with a hand from a body donor who died in March. Higgs took prints from the hand for a research project and got a hit on the FBI fingerprint database. Higgs requested to see the original prints lifted from the scene and provided a copy of the prints he made to make sure that the match is not due to user error. Okay, so it was a false match. Yeah. Hey, further leads, we can go to the art sale office.
Yes, I'd like to buy a piece of art.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Alright.
Almost. Oh yeah, we wanted to go. Oh yeah, but the specimen that wouldn't matter. I got nothing. The only other thing I can think of who would know about his allergy is Violet.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
All right, let's go to the campus. Boop. You got anything else? You want to go to Casino Royale?
We probably should at some point.
We have 4 hours left before we have to turn in the case. So
maybe we should go to Casino Royale because he did get a call from Ludo for like 1 minute.
But he had a shit ton of calls with Violet.
Okay.
Probably sexy. Hey, let me see that butthole.
Probably was. Did
I
you
hope.
bleach your butthole?
I hope that's what it
Higgs?
is. Higgs.
She was into it.
Alright. So it's going to be 107. She'd be like, he was a cheating motherfucker. It's like, he was married before he met you.
You're the other woman.
Yeah, it's like... Alright. The last time I talked with Calvin was after 5 p.m., Violet C. tells you. You sit together in the cafe near the library. She speaks slowly, her eyes focused on her cup. He called to tell me that my father had scolded him like a child. Your father? She's trying to hold back tears. My dad is a janitor at the university, so we're naturally poor. He was furious about us seeing each other, but it was never anything serious. It's true that there was some chemistry between us, but it was just casual flirting. We liked each other's company and chatted at work and after work, but it never went any further. Calvin would never do that to his wife, no matter how unstable their relationship looked. Low stress level.
Oh, okay.
We just assume the worst.
Yeah, I mean,
What happened?
I mean, it's still...
it's nothing that what I do right now with the people that I work with. You're like, wait, what?
Oh.
What happened between them? Did he want a divorce? Yes, he had all the papers ready. I think
knew that's what she was looking for.
Oh, yeah.
She was trying to find him, I know.
Yes, he had all papers ready. I think he wanted to give them to Barbara this week. Medium. Was he behaving strangely lately? Did he get into any trouble? He never admitted this, but I knew that he was spending a lot of time playing poker at Casino Royale. I think he'd lost a lot of money there. He had a gambling problem. That's what the Casino Royale is. Are you sure? That's medium stress level. Are you sure about that? The girl hesitates. She's staring at her cup. Miss Seed, Calvin was murdered. In cold blood. With your name pinned to his chest. No.
Written in blood.
Please help us find the people who did this. Calvin called me a few days ago around midnight. Oh, did he? Did he? Yeah, it was like 11:10. Yeah. Guys from Casino Royale wanted the money he owed them. They beat him, and he was terrified. He said he needed to get $20,000 somehow. How did he plan to get it?
Oh, and that's... Okay. Wow, we're really working this backwards.
As long as we get it all at the end. Seed remains violent. Violet, he's dead. You can't protect him anymore. The only thing you can do is help us find who killed him. He knew this agent, Richardson. High stress level! Agent? He was some sort of ex-agent. He works for a computer company. Calvin said that he would have to push him. Meaning, I don't know. I really don't know. High stress level. Seed bursts into tears. You won't get any more from her. She's on the edge of a nervous breakdown.
So we have to assume that
Oh, that's Richardson. Something to get a hot pic of Violet, but I guess not.
we have to assume that Ludo
But he's hot.
killed him. Yeah, look at that scary mustache.
Okay. Or...
Because, I mean, if he owes people $20,000... I mean, as far as debt goes to crime lords, it's on the low end, but still.
$20,000. He called Lang. Oh no, Lang was the police guy. Ludo. He called Ludo for 4 minutes on the 11th.
Saying, hey, I can get you money. I just need a day.
But the other thing would be, maybe Richardson did kill him. If they golfed and he knew about his allergy, and they find out that, hey, you actually can't get us this information.
Hey, I paid you $20,000 for...
Yeah. Like, if they already paid him for the info, and he's like, oh, it turns out he just lied and couldn't get it.
Yeah.
Maybe, okay, so we have, I think, because we always get to do one final report. So let's go to the field. And then Casino Royale. So that's going to be 110. Okay. Alright. You had to flash your badge multiple times to get to the chief of security's office at Casino Royale. I had nothing to do with that shit, Paolo Ludo says when you explain you're here because of Calvin Higgs' murder. That's what we need to understand. Higgs owes me for the 15 grand he blew at the poker table. That's 20 G's with interest. Why would I want him dead? That's a huge interest rate you're charging. It's the casino's money, so the casino makes the rules. If he wanted better rates, he should have gone to Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
Where were you the afternoon of April 12th? Shopping with my daughter. She got some project for school, and we had to buy some glue, crayons, shit like that. The hell you staring at? security guy from a casino. Because security guy from a casino can't buy crayons with his kid.
So he's like, it was a fucking beautiful project. She did a great job.
She did a great job. She won. Won what?
The science fair.
Do you have a receipt for the store with a timestamp? Can anyone confirm they saw you there? Receipt? Do you even have a warrant? Am I being charged with something? Either this chat is over or I'm calling Carlos, my lawyer. I get portrait number 3.
Oh, you're lawyering up, so you've done something wrong.
There he is. He looks like the guy who would immediately threaten to sue.
No, he just definitely looks like someone who would lawyer up because he knows that he should.
Alright, so we can spend... Oh, man. Yeah, we won't have the time to do it. Yeah, so we could actually have him officially interrogated, or we can spend our last one to...
This guy strikes me as the guy who gets the lawyer who's like, don't fucking say anything.
Yeah. But we can spend one to try to ease the tension and get more information out of him. Because I don't think there's anything else we can do.
Go good cop on him. I mean, might as well. If that's the last thing we can do, we might as well do it.
Right. Alright. Calm down, Ludo. No one is accusing you of anything. Your phone number shows up on Higgs's mobile phone bill, so we had to talk to you. We're just talking. Ludo takes a deep breath and looks at you for a moment. The guy was a regular customer, lost a shit ton of money here, and his debts weren't being paid, so management wanted me to frighten him a little. He got hit under the ribs a few times, and I gave him a week to clear his marker. That's all. We have a dozen clients like him. Sometimes I can't tell if I work in security or collections. Ludo lights a cigarette. I tell you, it wasn't me. He swore he would get the money. Low stress level.
Okay.
How? He said he had 2 options, and at least one of them would work out. A guy named Richardson and someone else, a rich guy. It was hard to make out because he started to choke on his blood. Sprayed some on my shoes. I gave him a week to get the money. I left him in the parking lot. So, oh hey, we got one.
So that was supposed to be the violent beatdown that we witnessed.
Yeah, I guess so. So I guess I wasn't the janitor. It was this guy.
Okay.
Alright, so let's see. Final report stuff. Let's see if we can... Okay. Don't forget that, when you... Okay. So... Yeah. Who killed him?
I guess let's, well, it's either gonna be Richardson or this mystery rich man.
Right? Yeah, it was, what?
The guy who owned I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go to the police station or anything. So we're in field work. We did the thing. We
Are we out of time?
we technically can do one more thing before we, do anything, or before we have to do the final report. Damn. Yeah, I thought we had it with the Epic's Touch thing. Okay. Let's see. The development between Higgs and Epic's Touch will certainly warrant further, but you have no doubts that Richard and Epic's will gain nothing from Higgs's death. He was their door to secret government research. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's them just saying. What if he committed suicide?
That's an old lad. Then he was showy. Let me read the card.
Which card?
The one that you say clears Richard's.
It's that last paragraph. Because think of it, if it would be... What?
I'm reading.
You can't read and listen at the same...
No!
You're on your phone all the fucking time reading and listening to shit.
Looking at pictures.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because if I'm listening to a podcast, I can't read. Because I'm listening to
You can't read anyway. I know you're trying to sound it out. You're just like... Yep, Richardson's clear. Well, I just said that.
I'm Davos Seaworthy trying to read.
Uh-huh. I get that reference. That's from that.
The Game of Thrones?
The show that no one talks about anymore because its last season was hot poo-poo. Okay. Oh boy. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's just absolutely nothing left to do based off just the time that we have.
I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know who did it.
Okay, so he was in a ton of debt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's just go to field report or final report. So he owed $20,000. Ludo wouldn't kill him because he wouldn't get his money. He just roughed him up. He said, hey, I can get you the money. He knew Richardson and then some rich guy. That's the first time we heard about the rich guy at all. Maybe the rich guy was his, like, colleague or something, and that's what he was asking him about. Higgs was just a loser. He was, he confided in this young librarian, that it wasn't romantic, it was just, they talked. His wife, he was going to get a divorce from his wife. And his wife that's why she probably came in and was looking for the info. Or looking for the papers. Mm-hmm. I guess it's the one thing that we don't know, that second video of what that report was about. And maybe it was the divorce papers?
That was what I said the whole time.
Yeah, but it didn't look like this picture. Maybe this is the, maybe that's Violet. Yeah, I don't know who the hell that is.
I don't know, but she's wearing glasses, so maybe...
Yeah. So... I'm pretty sure that art thing is just a total red herring.
I don't know.
The only thing... Okay, well... Yeah, so then he owed $20,000, got roughed up. Okay, so that was that. He then called Epic's Touch and was like, hey, I can get you government clearance, or I can get you government information if you guys pay me. And then they paid him and then sent him the prototype, but then he died that same day. Maybe he got the prototype, realized he couldn't get the thing. I'm leaning suicide.
I'm not, but okay. But I still don't know who killed him.
Alright, so let's just do the questions. So the first question, Calvin Higgs was killed by... Okay, well... He's not an option, so he didn't kill himself. Agent Richardson, Professor Zellinger, Paolo Ludo, or Barbara Higgs. So...
Oh, so she is an option.
Yeah. Paolo Ludo was this guy, right? Ludo was the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Ludo is the Casino Royale guy. We don't think he did it.
Professor Zellinger. Why would he kill him?
Maybe he really didn't like what he was doing. Maybe he was like, what you're doing is wrong.
But...
So instead of reporting you, I think it's easier to kill you.
Yeah. Man. God, I knew this was going to be the first question. Based off the card that's blatantly said, hey, Richardson and Epic Tux would gain nothing from his death, yada yada. It just basically blatantly said it can't be him.
Sure.
Ludo.
I believe him saying
right.
we gave him they gave him a week.
Yeah.
The week wasn't up.
Yeah. He owed $20,000.
Because they want their money.
If it's Professor Zellinger, we completely missed something. What did he say? That's the notebook. Oh. Okay. Okay. So, did you notice anything peculiar before or after his death? I was surprised by Barbara's visit. What do you mean? Higgs showed up at the laboratory the day we found his body. Higgs is looking for something. Mm-hmm. Did she say what she was looking for? Some papers. She didn't want to tell me anything. She searched his desk, found nothing. And he's medium stress level the entire time. Mm-hmm. You had been working with Higgs in the laboratory, so you must have spent a lot of time together. We worked at different institutes, researching different things. In fact, that room was the only thing we had in common. But I know what you mean. Usually I don't like poking into someone else's business, but taking the current circumstances into account. Medium stress. Some shady business with Epic Touch. I saw him with a suspicious-looking guy, salt and pepper hair, late 30s, nicely dressed. They met in the lab, and every time I came in, they left. Salt and pepper hair.
Maybe Ludo.
Yeah.
Because he's the only one that has the salt and pepper beard.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a gossip, but I understand how serious the situation is. Higgs was selling them some data. He once mentioned half-jokingly that their stocks were going up and that he would have to ask for a bigger share. It was an incredibly awkward situation. That's high stress level. Mm-hmm. That ill-fated day, Calvin also got a package from a court. I cannot see it beating Zellinger, so the only person left would be his wife.
Yeah, I say let's pin it all on her. Let's do it.
The motive for the murder was...
Divorce? Is that an option?
Higgs was blackmailing the murderer. Higgs tried to break off cooperation with the murderer. Higgs's death was an accident. The murderer was just trying to threaten him, a revenge for something Higgs had done in the past.
I don't think it was an accident. That seems like a very
Although he did say he was coughing up blood, but that's
No, they said that him being beat up had nothing to do with his death.
Yeah.
Because I specifically wrote that down, that was not contributing to his death.
Higgs tried to break off cooperation with the murderer. Wow. Higgs was blackmailing the murderer.
He could have been. Could he?
Maybe the rich guy was her dad. But we don't know anything. That's a stretch.
I don't know. Let's do something he'd done in the past.
All right. Man, we're probably going to get... What led to Higgs's death? He had discovered the truth about the theft of a valuable painting. He didn't want to conduct a secret experiment for Epic's Touch. Higgs didn't manage to pay off the debt before the deadline. Higgs was blackmailing his wife. These games really need to be a little more lenient on these kinds of cases.
Okay.
Because everything we have has nothing to do with any of that, except the truth about the theft. But we didn't fucking go that route because it's like, oh, that has nothing to do with anything.
Like, that's fucking weird. Anyway.
Yeah. And like...
Okay, so there was the one that was, he discovered the truth about what?
About the theft of a valuable painting.
A valuable painting. And then he discovered that his wife?
He was blackmailing his wife.
Blackmailing his wife?
He didn't want to... It's not that he didn't... No, he did want to conduct the experiment with Epic's Touch.
Yes.
So that's out.
Yeah.
He didn't manage to pay off the debt before the deadline. That is correct. But he died.
So let's go with the first one. He figured out...
But we know nothing about that.
Yep.
And like the fact that his colleague was like, hey, it was weird that his wife showed up and she was looking for something. So...
Because we assumed it was divorce papers.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, we can go with that one. I mean, really, we don't know at all. So.
Right. Alright, let's see what we got. God damn. We lost.
What?
How?
Oh, I know how. Because we didn't know.
God, it didn't even give us like...
Like, this is why you lost?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like, it didn't even tell us. I mean, we could have just done a... Like... I'm curious. Okay, so you went... So if we did Barbara Higgs... Let's see. Blackmailing the murderer. Let's do theft. Oh, man, it did have to do with the painting.
Well, I mean, obviously, if that was...
So it wasn't his
I mean,
wife.
in hindsight. Okay.
So
So who was it?
and there were no additional questions. Okay, so final report. Yeah. In addition to his teaching position at the university, Calvin Higgs had been collaborating with the FBI for several months, doing dactyloscopic research at his university lab. He had also worked for a few months off the books for Epic's Touch, sharing the confidential results of his research in exchange for payment. Over the last few weeks, the gambling debts he had accumulated while playing poker grew dramatically while he frantically tried to win back the lost money. Ultimately, the security chief at Casino Royale, to whom he owed the money, had him beaten and gave him a week to pay off his debts. Higgs had already decided to sell more of his classified research and data to Epic's Touch when he discovered a potential gold mine. While conducting research on a severed hand, which was donated as a lab specimen, he found that the fingerprints matched those collected at the scene of a robbery that had taken place a few weeks earlier at an art gallery. God damn it. Higgs, knowing that his university colleague, Zellinger, had access to the hand specimen, was also an art connoisseur, determined that he must have been involved in the robbery. Higgs blackmailed Zellinger, threatening to report his findings to the police unless he received $20,000. Zellinger decided that he couldn't allow himself to be arrested for the robbery, or to be blackmailed by a compulsive gambler whose demands would be repeated again after every losing streak. Zellinger took a crystallized bee venom sample from the lab and put it in Higgs's coffee mug. It took only one sip to trigger the anaphylactic shock that killed Higgs. Afterwards, Zellinger tried accessing Higgs' online research files to delete any information that would link him to the robbery. Unluckily for him, the FBI system had automatically logged Higgs out, and Zellinger was unable to do so.
Well.
God damn.
I like how we were like, absolutely not Zellinger. No clue.
We just found nothing on him.
Yeah, definitely could not have put those two and two together.
Yeah, so
we went down one path when we should have gone down another, I guess.
Yeah, because I mean, essentially, it was
because they really threw in Epic's touch, and we were like,
yeah, and then we found that out, and then it's like, okay, so they were essentially out, so we knew that, and then but we didn't know anything about his wife or
So in this world, he got away. He got away with it.
Right. So that was Case 1, Natural Causes for Season 1. Do you want to do a mini-series on this? Cool. So we will continue with Case 2, Blood, Ink, and Tears next. Hopefully we do a little bit better on that. But other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.